So it's so difficult to get the human life again. It's so difficult to get the human life again. And after we get the human life again, 60, 70 years, that university, this university, go to America, make money. Then 60, 70 years later, again, go to the number 8, snake and ladder, CD and Samp, we all played that game. But what is Krishna telling? My son, come out of it. And what is that? Swami Prabhupada wrote a letter to Swami Prabhupada wrote a letter to Babu Rajendra Prasad, the first president of India. He said, "Sir, I got to know, I got to realize there is a way to go back to Godhead, spiritual world, end of my life. I don't want to go alone. I want to take everyone with me. Please sponsor my program." Babu Rajendra Prasad ignored that letter. But Prabhupada came back to America 15 years later, and he spread this mission all over the world. And all the Prabhupada disciples, majority who helped him, many of them left the world also. So my request to you, this is what Krishna is speaking in 15th chapter. Where is the spiritual world is a reality, 6th verse. So I told the qualification of spiritual to go to spiritual world. Now I'll tell you a story. What is Krishna telling? Natad vasayate suryo nasha shanko na pavaka yadgatva na nimartante tadha mama. One day, when it's a real story, I request, I'm sure some of you heard from me, but some of you did not. Please listen carefully, real story. One day, one young man in from Mumbai, actually, he didn't get the job, so many problems, so many issues. He lost the hope to live in the world. Shri please mute. So this person lost the desire to live in the world. Just nothing is working. You have everything in this world, don't have hope, we cannot live. You have nothing in this world, but you have hope, you will live. Please have hope. Please have hope. Have hope. Krishna protects. Definitely Krishna protects. Rakshati Shati Viswas. Anyway, this gentleman lost the hope. He went to the train station, train tracks. He wanted to end his life. He sat on the train tracks waiting for the train to come. He was so depressed. In other words, you all know he wanted to end his life. Suicide. Suddenly he heard a cinema song, Hindi cinema song. I told many times I liked it, but please listen, those of you who never listened. Achal ki tujhe, main leke chalu, main aise gagan ki tale, जहाँ गम भी न हो, आंसू भी न हो, प्यार ही प्यार पले. So the hero tells, this was written by Kishore Kumar, sung by Kishore Kumar, acted by Kishore Kumar actually. That time Kishore Kumar used to also act as hero. So he says to his son in the movie, I did not see that. My son, I'll take you to that place where there is a no tears, no lamentation, unlimited love, pyari pyar. It's unlimited happiness. Love means happiness, right? When this gentleman heard this song, there is some hope. There is a place of happiness, free from miseries. Wow. What he did? He thanked the Indian Railways for running the trains late, and he came out of it. He went home. Real story. And what he did, he went to Kishore Kumar. He asked for interview, and they gave him interview. And he asked only one question. Sir, you acted in that movie, you sang this song, and you also wrote this song. Where is that place, sir? Place of happiness. There are no tears, to that type of place, no tears, no lamentation, only unlimited love and happiness, joy. Where is that place? Real story, actually. Kishore Kumar said, writing the song is my duty. Searching for that place is your duty. Wow. Writing that song is my duty. Searching for that place is your duty. He said that. Kishore Kumar got some idea. He wrote that song. He never thought somebody would come and ask him. So this person was again, wow, there is no such place. But by this thing, I think his life became little settled. He doesn't want to end his life anymore. Even that place doesn't exist. One day somebody told him, you visit this temple, Lakshmi Narayan temple, and upstairs they have Radha Krishna temple also. Gandhiji used to visit this temple, Mumbai, Chowpatty. So this person said, okay, why should I go there? They give nice prasad. Sometimes, more than anything, what attracts us is prasad, right? So he went. Actually, Gandhiji would visit this temple. So he went and took darshan of Lakshmi Narayan. And they said, visit upstairs, Radha Krishna temple. He went upstairs. Then he asked, what time is prasad? You came a little early. Prasad is at 2 o'clock. Anyway, take darshan of deities and we'll give prasad. So, okay, he went and he was taking darshan of Radha Krishna deities. As he was taking darshan, there was a lecture going on. There the person is telling, speaker is telling, this place, every word is a song. Every step is a dance. There is no tears, no lamentation, no suffering, only happiness and unlimited love and joy. Alright, this is the song. This is the song I heard. I went and asked Kishore Kumar. So anyway, Prasad is delayed. He sat in the lecture and he heard the whole lecture. And the lecture was over. The speaker asked any questions. This gentleman raised his hand. Sir, in your lecture, you said there is a place where there are no tears, no suffering, no misery, only happiness, only love and joy. Where is that place? Speaker said, it looks like you joined a class in the middle. That is the verse today. 15th chapter Bhagavad Gita. What is that? Natad basayate suryo, na shishanko na pavaka, yadgatva na nivartante tadhama paramam mama. So, Arjuna, Krishna is giving an advertisement in the 15th chapter. Like Mahabharata serial, when advertisement comes. Buy this toothbrush, buy this toothpaste. Likewise. So, likewise, Krishna is telling Arjuna, he's giving knowledge, but in between Krishna is running a commercial. What is that? Sirs, you come to my abode. This abode is not illuminated by sun or moon, but it is illuminated by my bodily effulgence. Every word is a song there. Every step is a dance. No old age, no disease, no death, no corona, no green card problem. Unlimited happiness. But what is the qualification? Nirmana moh. There's you want to come to America, you need to get H1 or F1, right? Or you want to stay in America and permanently get F1 to H1 to green card to citizenship. But Krishna says, you are working like how many years? 25, 30 years. On today's terms, less than 15, 20 years. 15 years for sure. To get the green card and citizenship, right? Krishna said, you work that much for developing these wonderful qualities. What is that? Free from illusion, free from false prestige. Nirmana moha, jitsanga dosha, adhyatma ritta, adhyatma nitya, vinirutta kama. Remove the impurities, anger, remove lust, remove pride. Then, even if we work hard, you don't need to remove it. I'll take care of the rest. Try. How many years? Same 15 years. 50% of whatever energy you're putting for staying in America, enjoying in here, put 50% here. Krishna says, I'll take care of the rest. But once you come back there, yadgatva na nivartante. Once you come back there, you will not go back. Citizenship is given. Unlimited happiness. Unlimited happiness. Believe me, that person, he went to take prasad. Today, he is preaching Bhagavad Gita to hundreds of people. He has become a Siksha Guru. A person who has to end his life because of despair and hopelessness. He heard something that led him to the connection with Bhagavad Gita. And today, he is preaching Bhagavad Gita 50 and especially 15th chapter to hundreds of people. And he's maybe software consult as a manager, but he's holding on to the reality. Yes, he understood because he read Bhagavad Gita, because that has saved his life. So Krishna says, why am I telling you this? This is a secret. Why am I telling you? Maivamsa jiva loke jiva bhuta sanatana. Next verse. You're all my part and parcels, my children. In another place in Gita, Krishna says, what did he say? Tasham Brahma Mahadhyonera Aham Bija Pradapita. I am the seed giving father. This body is given by your parents. From dust will come, unto dust it will go. But the soul inside, I am eternal. Krishna says, you're also eternal because you're connected to me. You're my children. You're my part and parcel. And why am I calling you back? I know. Manasashtan indriyani prakritistani karshati. People in the material world, they cannot control their minds. That's why so much suffering. Even if you have everything, mind shows something that you don't have and makes you miserable. That's why I know how difficult it is to continue in the material world, irrespective of who you are. That's why, my son, I'm giving you this commercial advertisement. Please come back. Interesting. Then you say, I don't believe in it. I'm sorry, I will not believe in it. Then you will not believe in it. Then Krishna speaks of the result. What is that? Sariram yadavapnati. Yachapyutkramatishvara. Why you're Gandhani? Or so what is it? Yachapyutkramatishvara. So what happens? You every day you have a particular way to enjoy. You have a particular way to do things. Because of that, every day you work activities. You do so many activities. Because of that, your mind changes. Because of that, you develop a particular desires. You get a reaction of particular karma. Then what happens? You develop a particular body, a type of nose, a type of intelligence. Gritvaidana samyani vayurgandhani vasayat. Srotra chakshur parasparsanam cha rasanam ghanam evacha adhishtaya vanastayam vishyanupasayate. So, for example, you go to the what is that? You go to garden. Their air comes and brings a nice fragrance. Air has nothing to do with the fragrance. Air only carries the fragrance. And you go to airport toilet. There the smell is very bad. Air carries the bad smell there. It's not the problem of the air. Wind. Whose problem it is? The false smell that is there, false aroma that is there. That way, our mind, based on what we do, the different activities. I'm a software consultant, I'm an engineer, I'm a doctor, I'm different. I'm picking up all this, I'm picking up all the perceptions. And we develop hatredness, we develop attachments, we develop love for something, and it is affecting our mind. If our desires are like a deer, will become deer next life. If our desires are like a tiger, will become tiger next life. If our desires are like that of a American, and we have karma for that, we'll become an American with American body. But again, birth, old age, disease and death, birth, old age, disease and death, birth, old age, disease and death. This lifetime, Wayne State University, next lifetime, Lawrence Tech, another lifetime, Main State, MIT, but same birth, old, disease and death get into the body of 206 bones, blood, flesh, and marrow. End of the day, number 8. End of the day, number 8. So what is Krishna telling? This is the next verse, 9th verse. Can you see, like it's 7.3 billion population, 730 crore people. No two persons are same. No two person desires are same, even if they are twins. Wow. What does MSD scientist says? There are only 24 chromosomes. But God, we call him Krishna, he jumbles up these chromosomes and is creating this many living entities. What an intellect. Eyes, voice, the thumb impression, different. So then, okay, live 70, 80 years. Some disease comes, make an exit. People cry for 3 days, they forget. Utkramantam siddham vapi bunjanan gunanvitam vimudana pasyanti pasyanti jnana chakshusha. People don't understand. You need to try to understand. No, no, we could not, we tried to see the doctor, doctor could not come. Or, we could, no, so many reasons. What reasons? I was telling somebody yesterday. When you come to this world, the number of breaths is fixed. That's why if you smoke a lot, your number of years in this world is reduced. Not number of years you live, number of breaths. If you do pranayama and all, it'll increase you'll increase, like you live longer actually. So people see, what is that? Utkramadasudavapi, bunjanan vagunanvitam, vimuda. Only devotee can understand, and non-devotee can understand. Even if he tries to do research, because this is above the eyes, this is above the ears, this is above the mind. Subtle, you cannot see that. Air carries the smell. Can you see the air? But you feel smell. Likewise, this one, right? Then, so how to conquer the mind? Krishna says in Gita, of course. So mind is the reason for this cycle of birth and death. Arjuna, so I cannot control my mind, Krishna. What does Arjuna say? What does Krishna say? I know, Arjuna. Asansayam mahabaho. Manodurnigraham chalam. I know. It is difficult to control the mind, but practice, abhyasa, and detachment, tyaga, vairagya. Abhyasa enati konte vairagya. Drishyate. Even if you're an emperor of this world, like Maharaj Ambarish, Maharaj Prakshat, they understood their presence in this world is temporary. They placed everything in Krishna's service. Their names are occupied. Their names are present in Srimad Bhagavatam for the rest of the eternity. So we should practice this. What is that? Understanding that this world is a hotel, holiday inn, not a home. Utilize everything in Krishna's service, including the family members and intelligence, and practice yoga, bhakti yoga. We preach bhakti yoga. Practice and a detachment, because bhakti yoga don't need to leave anything. कुछ छोड़ना नहीं है, कुछ जोड़ना है. क्या जोड़ना है? Krishna, bhakti, service to Krishna, right? Then Krishna says, then Krishna says, what is that? I am the maintainer. Yada aditya gatam tejo jagad bhasayate kilam ichindram setyagno tattejo vittimamakam. Arjuna, behind everything I am there. I am the maintainer. Wow. The sun's effulgence, teja. Hydrogen fusion happens in fusion happens. The atomic fusion happens in sun, which is that's how you make hydrogen bombs. And technology is there. Aditya means sun. Gatam teja. Aditya gatam teja. Jagat bhasyate kilam. So the light I give, again, Krishna, what is technology? So much technology for Krishna actually. So the sunlight is taken by moon actually, what is that? He reflects that, Ichindra Masitnya Tattijo Vidyamamakam, So the moonlight comes from me, the sunlight comes from me, Not that Krishna is personally manufacturing, he has all the energy set. These are infinite energies. That's why Krishna is infinite, Then what next? Gama Vishyacha Bhutani. Hey, all the planets, that gravitational force I provide. We are so proud of putting the satellites in the earth. One ton. So we are 10 power minus 40 for the hair. That is the size of the soul. Based on Kathopanishad and Sweta Ashwatopanishad. But Krishna is infinite. That's why he's putting all these planets and he's taking care of them. He's maintaining them. Gama Vishyacha Bhutani Dharayami Hamojasa Pushnam Chaushadi Sarva Somo Bhutpurahat Satmaka. Arjuna, I am putting all these planets and I am maintaining them with my energies, with my power. And then the important thing, when somebody invites you for what is that party, you eat. Actually, one person became a devotee because of when I told this. when he heard this, I didn't tell, he already heard before, of course I told, but I already heard before. What is that? Aham Vaishwanaro Bhutva Praninam Dehamashrita Pranapana Samayuktam Pachamyanam Chaturvidam. Arjuna, I am the fire of digestion. So incoming breath and outgoing breath, with that I am mixing and I am digesting the foods. Sirs and ma'ams, your body has fire in it. That's why your body temperature is 98.4 Fahrenheit. Did your parents inject fire in that? Who gave you this? We don't even know. Krishna says, it's me. Sir, when somebody opens the door for you, you say, thank you very much. So Krishna is telling through sun, if there are no rains for 10 years, no sunshine for 10 months, no moonshine for 1 year, you cannot manufacture 1 carrot in the laboratory. So Krishna is telling, I am keeping all the planets floating in the sky. And through the technology, fusion technology I have incorporated in sun, I send the light. And that is transferred to the moon, and the moon is giving the moonlight to manufacture so that the juices in the fruits and the vegetables will be secreted, and when you eat, oh, very nice sabji. Krishna says, who is that very nice? We don't. One scientist, famous scientist said, you appreciate virtual reality, but the person who has created original reality, you don't appreciate. When somebody barks like a dog, you appreciate. But the real dog barks, you don't appreciate the person who has created the dog. This is told by a scientist. So, Krishna, through sun and moon, he is giving the vegetables. Through Prakriti, he is giving the vegetables and foodstuffs. He is giving intelligence to make the foodstuff. He's giving intelligence to make money to buy the foodstuffs. And when you eat laddu, gulab jamun, rasgulla, and what is it, paneer, butter masala, this, Krishna is telling, I am digesting. Pachamyanam, chaturvidam, 5 types of foods. Juicy, succulent, all the different varieties of foods. So tell thank you to Krishna. How to tell thanks? Worship Krishna, offer food to Krishna. We have to go back to again 9th chapter of Gita. Patram pushpam phalam tamam yume bhaktya prayachati tadaham bhakti pahrutam asnami prayatatmana. With love, Krishna says one word, love. Not that Krishna is starving. You give Krishna with love and affection. What? Not $1 million. One flower, fruit, leaf, or water. As I said, when somebody opens the door for you, you say, thank you, sir. And tell thanks to Krishna. Before the delivery, mother becomes pregnant. Before the delivery, the milk comes into the body of the mother. Mother doesn't take any injections. And as soon as the baby grows up, milk stops. Wow. He's taking care of us every birth after birth. Not that he's taking care of only human beings. He is doing this to every living entity, sirs and ma'ams. Tell thank you to Krishna. How to tell thanks to Krishna? Become a nice devotee. That's when the Father is happy. Okay, God is there. He is great. But you have a relationship. Sometimes people ask me, God is a Vyakti, powerful, loving Father like Vyakti, or a very powerful Shakti, like California fire like Shakti. Shakti I appreciate, but I will not dedicate my life to him. Bill Gates is rich. And if Bill Gates comes to Detroit or whichever city you're in, you will not go and see him. Why? There is no relationship. You appreciate. But why Krishna? He is your Father, seed-giving Father. And he wants us to come back. That's why there is a hankering from his side. Prabhupada said, Krishna wants us back to spiritual world more than we desire to do. We desire to go.
Right.
It is his desire that we come back. Krishna came as Lord Chaitanya, gave us very easy process. Chant Hare Krishna mantra. Eat prasad. He simplified it also. Now people know, Krishna knew they cannot surrender. All right, no problem. Add little here and there. Jump and down, dancing, fast. Fasting is difficult, no problem. Eat prasad, prasad, prasad. Fine. By eating prasad, you'll go back to Godhead. Chanting here and there. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Ladies and gentlemen, Prabhuji and Mataji, I have only one question. If you think 50% of your life is over, or 40% of your life is over, you will become serious today. Understanding that the technology behind the whole thing, the supplier behind the whole thing is a Krishna. According to 15th chapter Bhagavad Gita, see what is the name of the chapter? Purushottama Prapti Yugam. Purusha, supreme enjoyer. In that supreme enjoyer, who is the Uttama? Udgata Tama, the best. Krishna says, it's me, Arjuna, the Supreme Lord. He is a Vyakti having unlimited Shaktis. Parasha Saktar Vivadaya Sruvite, Swabhavik Jnana Balakriyacha. Till this day, science has not declared the goal of the universe. Science always explains the functioning of the universe, but science has not declared why. Why should there be planets? Why should there be, sun and moon? What is that? And some cold. Why not 80 degrees all the time? Why we don't remain young for 25 all the time? Why should there be death? Science has not explained. Bhagavad Gita explains. So, and one more thing Krishna says. What is that one more thing Krishna says? Sarvasya chaham hrudi sannavishta matta smriti jnanam apohanam cha vedishya sarvam ahame vedyo vedanta kritveda videva chaham. Arjuna, from me comes forgetfulness and remembrance. Sometimes you say, I met you. What's your name? It is on my tongue, but I can't remember. What's your name? So Krishna is holding it. So you go to the interview. Suddenly, all the questions come. All the answers come. Krishna.
Sorry, my sister called and
Can you please mute everyone? So, so Krishna says from knowledge and forgetfulness, remembrance and forgetfulness, they come from me. So we always have a faith on this body. Body is eternal. No, body is a machine. People say, after some time the knee pain starts, because the faculties are given to you only for certain time. My question to you, you want to utilize in Krishna's service or you want to utilize in Maya's service? Choice is yours. You want to utilize in Krishna's service? It's called bhakti. Then if Krishna takes away everything from you in the form of time, it's called karma. And then you'll be judged. Then, your judgment day will come. Yamaraj will take the decisions on you. So instead, diligently today, triangle, life is a triangle. What is life? Triangle. 8 hours, 8 hours, 8 hours. 8 hours, 8 hours, 8 hours. What is 8 hours? Work for Krishna. Now, what about my family? Who gave the family to you? Krishna. So treat your family members with love and respect. And take good care of them, thinking they are Krishna's gifts. If everyone does, why should there be divorces? Because we don't do that. And this home is given by Krishna. Because money you earned Krishna's intelligence, right? Krishna gave you the intelligence, right? So have Krishna at your home, a picture, a deity, and a murti, and with family together worship. You all have a bank account, I always say this. 50 years later, that will be there, but you won't be there. Create a bank account that will come with you. And why should
Krishna one. A capital.
Kanai Krishna Prabhu, can you please mute?
Two.
Kanai Krishna Prabhu.
Is it muted?
Kanai
Abdul.
Krishna, can you please mute? So, so my point is, take good care. The triangle, 8 hours you work hard for Krishna given family, then it becomes bhakti yoga. Then you hang out with family and relatives, with Krishna in the center. Then, but the last line, spiritual life. Out of 168 hours, 24 into 7, give 2 hours to Krishna. Morning 1 hour, evening 1 hour. Chant Krishna's name. And slowly increase his bank account. This is purushottam mantra. If you chant 1 round equal to 1,000 rounds. Any bhakti activity you do, you have 1,000% benefit. And actually, I'm sure you all know, 15th chapter they read when somebody departs from the home all the 12 days. Because going back to Godhead is the goal of the life. Anyway, it's a triangle. Why should we live with family only 20, 30 years? A family should also come back to spiritual world. Maharaj Prithu, he went back to Godhead. Because Mother Archi, his wife, she's, they had a very nice relationship. Together they kept Krishna in the center. She assisted him in all his bhakti. For that reason, Devatas were watching, one aeroplane was going. Hey, who is going? Who is crossing us? Maharaj Prithu. There is one more aeroplane. What is that aeroplane? His wife. Because together they performed bhakti nicely, with good understanding. And she assisted him in all the ways in performance of bhakti. There was one more aeroplane where she was actually accompanying, she was actually following her husband. So then the next we are coming to an end. So Krishna service, and very important, sometimes in India, do you know Vedas? Krishna says, Sarvasya chaham hridasannivishto matta smriti jnana apohanancha vedischa sarvair aham eva vidyo. Arjuna, I am to be known by Vedas. Vedischa sarvam aham eva vidyo. Vedanta krut Veda. I know the Vedas. In the name of my incarnation Vedavyas, he compiled the Vedas. And I am to be attained by Vedas. This is Bhagavad Gita, the 15th chapter. When I read this verse, I understood. By reading Bhagavad Gita, I have read all the Upanishads and I have read all the Vedas. Right? So if at all anyone of you has any, if you have any, little satisfaction, no need. Krishna says, I am to be known by Vedas. I have compiled Vedas through my incarnation Vedavyas, and I am to be achieved by the Vedas. Right? And the last 3 verses. I'm sorry. Last 3 verses. Actually, no. So I do only, okay, there is no loss in this. Even if you do little 5%, 2%, 1%, you come to temple only once. You came to prasad only once. No problem, it's an eternal credit. Suchana Srimadangahi Yoga Prashta Vijayate. Next lifetime, first of all, you'll get human life. We are no need to go to animal kingdom. There's no degradation. You'll take birth in, if you have done little bhakti, you'll take birth in a rich family, aristocratic family. Krishna says this. Srimatanga, very advanced devotee in this life itself. Next lifetime, you take birth in a devotee family, Suchana. So there is no loss, So Krishna, the last verses, Krishna says this word. In the, in this world, material world, everyone is fallible. Maya is there. One day you feel good, another feel, I have mandir jana aaj. We should go to temple. But some days later, bore lag raha hai. Everyone is fallible because of 3 modes of mental nature. Sattva, tamo, rajagunas. Yasmad aksharamati toham aksharadev chottama. So in this material world, there are 2 types of living entities. In the material world, Everyone is fallible. उनका पतन होने का संभावना है. They will fall down. There's a possibility they may fall down. On the spiritual world, everyone is a liberated person. That's why, sirs, increase your bank account. Purify your heart. Become pure as much as possible. And develop bhakti in your heart. Go back to Godhead. Even one person is convinced of this after listening to this presentation. My endeavor is successful. So what is that? In the spiritual world, there is no, they're all infallible. इनके पतन होने की संभावना ही नहीं. But material world, we are all fallible. There is a good possibility we may fall down. So we have to be very careful. Devaki was always very scared of Kamsa, representation of material existence. It is said, when we are scared of our impure bad qualities, I speak so nicely, but suddenly lust attacks, suddenly greed attacks, suddenly anger attacks. I am not a very good person as everyone thinks. We are fallible. But above these two, I am the supreme person. I am the celebrated personality. Beyond these fallible and infallible living entities, if you understand me, beyond fallible, infallible and living entities, as a supreme personality of Godhead, controller of this whole cosmic manifestation, maintainer of all the living entities, if you understand this, idiguhyatamam sastram, the secret today I'm telling you, Arjuna. So in other words, the secret Krishna is revealing to all of us through Arjuna. So let me summarize. We have 5 minutes. We have 5 minutes, and so bhakti is the best investment. Why? The returns are there. Time scale. It's an eternal credit. It's simple, and it's universal. So my request to you. So let us summarize. What is summarization? What we'll do? Let me just go back and first I talked about. Life is like a road trip. Enjoy each day and don't carry too much baggage. So we spoke about the banyan tree. Anybody who knows about this banyan tree? Roots up and branches. Branches up. Branches. Roots up and branches down. That's it. So if they know Vedas, basically, this material world is a reflection of the spiritual world, and there is no eternal, permanent happiness here. And in fact, it is only illusion because it is only reflection. It means everything is there only, but here it's only a reflection. Material world is a reflection of a spiritual world. Then on and on and over and over, we are stuck in the cycle of birth and death. I know every lifetime we work very hard. Then we gather impressions, we gather karma. Then that is pushing us to 8.4 million living entities. But so Krishna is telling, if you want to stop this, come back to spiritual world. How to come back to spiritual world? Give up the impurities, give up the illusion, and give up the duality. So Krishna is giving that, and Krishna is giving an advertisement in the Bhagavad Gita. I told the story of that person, who wanted to end his life, but he became a devotee of Bhagavad Gita, preacher of Bhagavad Gita, devotee of Krishna. That I told that story, Achal ki tujhe, So the spiritual world is reality, Krishna is reality, and Krishna is imploring all of us to come back. But what is the qualification? Adopt Bhakti Yoga process and purify yourself. Then Krishna is telling he is the maintainer of sun and moon, And he is the maintainer of sun and moon and all the planets. Kama Vishesh Bhutan Dharayami Hamojasa. So Krishna is maintaining all these planets, and Krishna is giving foodstuffs, and Krishna is also, maintaining the fire of digestion. Then so this material world is actually no man's island. We can't experience material happiness. We can't experience spiritual happiness. So even devotees, okay, they're practicing so long, no spiritual happiness. Then what is the way out? Krishna says, no problem. You don't lose anything. Any bhakti, little bit you do, it's an eternal credit. If you have short-term bhakti, you'll take birth next lifetime. First of all, even for all the wrong things, you'll take birth in a rich family. If you're a very long term you have practiced, then you'll take birth in a devotee family. So then Krishna is telling, what is that? Some living entities are fallible. In the material world, everyone is fallible. In the spiritual world, everyone is infallible. So Krishna is saying, but me, I am Supreme Personality of Godhead above all these things. This secret I'm telling you, come back. So it's called, that's a Purushottama Prapti. How to attain Krishna, that Purushottama Prapti yoga, how to attain that Purushottama yoga, So all this simple, very small chapter, 20 verses. And if I have spoken anything wrong, do excuse me as your humble servant, but very grateful for your patient audience. And I mean, Purushottam Mass doesn't come every year. It comes like 3 years actually. As I said, because this is like what do you call anything you do bhakti, you get like 1,000 times credit. If you chant 1 round, it is as good as chanting 1,000 rounds. That's why we are telling people, please chant Hare Krishna mantra. You offer 1 ghee lamp, it's as good as offering ghee lamp 1,000 times. So please do that. That's what I have summarized. We are at 9 o'clock. We take 10 minutes. Any question or comment? Otherwise, we'll end this program. Very grateful for your patient audience. Hare Krishna. You can raise your hand, then I can unmute, and you can ask any question or comment. Rahul raised the hand. Archak Prabhu, can you please unmute Rahul Prabhu? 1 minute. Rahul Prabhu, if you can unmute yourself, fine.
Yeah, Prabhuji. So the 3 qualities is like pride, anger, and lust, right?
I mean, yes. That is a Krishna speaks in Bhagavad Gita. Trividam narkasyadam dwaram nashanam atma kama krodha stadalavsh. Yes, lust, anger, and kama krodha lobha, greed, bro. Lust, anger, and greed. Yes.
Why? I mean, lust, anger, greed.
Mm-hmm.
So why these 3 qualities come? I mean, so what is the root cause for these 3 qualities, and why? How to suppress these 3 qualities?
Thank you. Actually, false ego, ahankara is the root of all these things. Why false ego? Because of avidya, ignorance. Ignorance, because of the ignorance, lack of knowledge. We don't have knowledge. For that reason, of course, initially we declared rebellion on Krishna. For that reason, we have developed false ego. This false ego is exhibited in kama, krodha, lobha, moha, mad, matsarya, lust, anger, envy, greed, pride, false ego. It has, this reflects in all different ways. That's why very important is acquire knowledge and get rid of the ignorance. Then then practice, do sadhana. And then when we do sadhana, then when our heart becomes cleansed of these impurities, then we realize our original nature. Okay.
Okay, Prabhuji. So false ego is the main root cause.
Root
So
cause of
false,
root cause of false ego is ignorance, actually. You know, ahankar, of course, ahankar, why ahankar came in? You know, because of, ignorance, avidya. You know, so avidya is the reason, no right knowledge. So we need to cultivate the right knowledge, sambandha jnana. We need to learn, So when we understand, we are part and parcel of Krishna, but we are not gods, we are part and parcel of God. We are very tiny, 10 power minus 44 the hair. So, and we are part and parcel of God, Krishna, we call him Krishna. So then what happens, like, for example, a big machine, and if the screw falls down from the machine, there is no value for the screw. But once the screw is put back into the machine, then what happens? Screw is happy, the machine is happy, right? Otherwise, the machine starts making noise. Nobody cares for the screw, actually. So likewise, so what is real liberation, mukti? Being situated in our original constitutional position. That is what is called mukti. So it's there, reviving, but we have to revive it. Today it is forgotten. Nitya Siddha Krishna Prema Sadhikavano is Ramanadi Suddhachitti Koriya Uday. Such a it's dormant in our heart, but today it's forgotten. So we have to revive it. So that's the real enemy is avidya. When we first acquire the knowledge, then we see what has triggered this avidya. Because of avidya, what are the other problems that originated? When we understand, we try to remove the impurities. Okay. Perumal Prabhu, can you mute Archak?
Yes, Prabhuji, Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, in one of the verse, in the 15th chapter, so Krishna tells only people who are knowledgeable about self-realization can see which body is living along with what senses is enjoying. But the people who are not in that particular platform cannot know that what body is living, why is taking birth, why is dying. So, I mean, if you take the whole chunk of population in this world, only few people are coming to encounter this valuable knowledge and encounter with Krishna's mercy. What about the other people who are actually, just going through this life and birth? I mean, they don't know, actually. They are not encountered with this knowledge, encountered with Krishna. What about them? How to bring them up?
That is our responsibility. We should reach out as many people as possible and give them. If you think it has made a lot of difference in your life is changed, and your life has become better, and you're on the path back to reviving your original constitutional position, you should give this knowledge to others. Because for example, a father has 10 sons, but one son is very educated. But when the son starts taking care of the other sons who are not so educated and literate, the father is very, very happy. Krishna says in Gita, Nacha tasmat manusheshu kaschitne prikrittama. That person who has, who is imparting this education of Gita, valuable education of Gita to others, is very dear to me. In fact, nobody is dear to me than he who is doing this to others, who is imparting this knowledge to others. Prabhupada says, why one person is dear as playing the role of Guru? Because he is going door to door canvassing for Krishna. That's why that person is very dear. That's why this is mentioned in Bhagavad Gita specifically. Krishna says, whoever does this, kaschitne prikrittama. For him, pure bhakti is guaranteed. Pure devotion service is guaranteed. He'll come back to me. So, for example, Krishna in Mahabharata war 1, 2, 3, everyone got heart attack, died. But why? How Krishna works? Krishna, he uses his devotees and he glorifies them. Krishna used Arjuna, and Krishna protected Arjuna. You know how many times Krishna protected Arjuna, but eventually Arjuna was glorified. So Krishna is telling in Gita, Nimitta matra bhavasavya sache. Hey, you stand there, Krishna Arjuna, but I'll do the rest of the show. But you take the credit. So Arjuna utilized his intelligence in favor of Krishna. Arjuna did that. So that's why Arjuna is glorified. So what we should do, rather than, that's why preaching is very important. Prabhupada, at the age of 70, he came to America. Leaving Vrindavan, came to New York, forest fire of metal existence. And Vrindavan means what? Spiritual world. People go to Vrindavan to die. But Prabhupada left Vrindavan. But where did he come? To New York. It's a very degraded place in America. Because when you elevate people of that consciousness, you become very dear to Krishna. For sure. Right? So
Yep.
we have the responsibility, we have the onus. The onus is on us to do the service, on behalf of Srila Prabhupada. Actually, Prabhupada has compassion. We don't have compassion, but we become the instrument of compassion of Srila Prabhupada. Then Krishna, is very pleased with us. We'll come when we start preaching, we go into the front pages of Krishna Prabhu. Because doing Krishna's job. Yes.
Yes, Prabhuji. To continue with this question, so you brought a very great point, because he sends great acharyas and people like Prabhupada, Krishna Chaitanya, great acharyas to impart this knowledge. But practically, when we impart this knowledge to 100 people, only 5 people are interested, 95 people ignore it. So that ignorance is actually, maybe we can take it, is coming from karma vashana. So is it something Krishna decides that this person wants to be my devotee? This person maybe I have to wait for some time. So is it something his wish, or is it something dependent on Jivatma's
Right.
prartha?
Thank you. Nice question. Love cannot be forced. So, I'm sure you're married and you have kids. So, if you have kids, how many kids you have?
I have 2 girls. Yeah.
Okay. So, you tell them, hey, from day one, we start taking care of you people. So, when they become 15, tell them, you unconditionally love me. Especially in America, what will they say? Anywhere in the world now. They say sorry. Love cannot be forced. You can write a program in software and computer, and when you execute it, so every 3 minutes you'll get a message, I love you, I love you, I love you. But that will not give you happiness. But you unconditionally love your children. But when they come and like for example, you go buy a chocolate and you go to a market, buy a Cadbury chocolate and you give it to your child of 4 or 5-year-old, and the child puts that chocolate in your mouth. You become blissful. Why you become blissful? Money is yours. You went to market. You purchased. What made you blissful? I am unconditionally loving my children, but they have understood and they want to reciprocate. That thing, that thought makes you. That thought brings tears in your eyes,
True.
right? So likewise, so Krishna says in Chaitanya Charitamrita, actually, there is a saying, millions of planets of gold and silver on one hand, a struggling neophyte devotee on another hand. Krishna says, I want this devotee because happiness comes from loving exchange. It doesn't come from gold and silver. Right? So, and that's for that reason why we have come to this world. We want to enjoy. Krishna Buliyaji, the day we declared rebellion, against Krishna, we are all in the spiritual world. That's why Krishna is telling, come back. Means we were on the spiritual world. But one day, what is that? We developed a desire. Ichcha, dvesha, samtena, dvandva, mohina, bharata. We want to enjoy independent of Krishna. And sorry, we want Krishna. When it's not possible, we realized we cannot enjoy independent of Krishna. Dvesha, we developed envy. So we are in this world means we have a flag of envy. So we have to pray to Krishna to give us that type of intelligence where we can convince people to take up the process of at least 10 minutes, 5 minutes, 1 minute. You turn towards Krishna and it is an eternal credit. Just one mantra to begin with. It's an eternal credit. But for example, to the extent someone wants to enjoy that much extent, Krishna Buliyaji, when you forget Krishna, Bhogavancha. We develop a strong desire to enjoy. Then what happens? Maya is there next to you. Nikatastha Maya Japati. So Maya is there, Maya will catch you. She'll expose you to 3 modes, passion, goodness, and ignorance, Sattva-tamo, Rajagunas. One day we are in goodness, we give charity and we think we are pure devotees. Another day we are passionate, we are impelled by, I am the doer mentality. And another day, tamogun, fully drunk and sleep. But both are illusory, all these are, very, very, 3 modes, illusory pleasures. So someone has the real knowledge, real charity is not just giving food and medicine. It's okay, no problem. But the real charity is awaken the people from this deep dark well of slumber, deep dark well of ignorance. So yes, we should try that. And but let me tell you, we don't know how Krishna is working in the background also, you know.
Right.
So you made a point, even if we do this so that our time is engaged in Krishna service, right? We should do like this.
Sure. Okay.
Like Prabhupada delivered the, tens and thousands, actually whole world, but we may not have. So that's why there is a saying, when sun is setting, all the insects came and said, who will illuminate the whole world? Firefly said, I don't know about that, but I'll illuminate my home. So you start with your, this is a Bengali song actually. You start with your home. You introduce your family, your relatives to Krishna consciousness. Likewise, everyone in the call does it. It makes a lot of difference.
Sure, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Another question, Ajay Prabhu.
I told you, right? Once I'm working on it, means I'm working on it.
Please. Okay, Hare
We're going to that and let's see.
Bol.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Please.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Dhanavad Prabhuji. Prabhuji, one question which is coming thoughts. One, yeah, Prabhuji, you said that our soul size is 10,000, 1 of 10,000 of our hair tip. Prabhuji, when we look at that material world, we have so many billions of sun and then trillions of earth and then billions and trillions of jivatma inside the earth itself. When we multiply all together, Prabhuji, then it becomes trillions and trillions and trillions, which we cannot even count, Prabhuji. So then in Golok, Prabhuji, how we, like size wise, how we are and how, like I can imagine, Prabhuji.
My answer is don't imagine, Prabhu. Go there. Don't imagine. Actually, there is one word called achintya. Achintya means inconceivable. That Supreme Lord has that inconceivable energy. So Dwarka is only a tiny place. But Dwarka, you see, actually, for example, Vrindavan, 64 miles, But there Krishna alone has 900,000 cows, Prabhu. What about other people? How many cows? But you don't hear Vrindavan filled with cow dung on the roads. Right? Same thing with Dwarka. Dwarka has more than huge population, billion population. But you don't see Dwarka traffic jams are there. So Krishna Supreme Lord has that achintya, inconceivable energy. Achintya. And you don't try to imagine. I'll tell you one thing. The fish incarnation, how many miles long? Some 7, 8, 9,000, 9,000, 9 million miles long. But if you see Earth doesn't have that. But how? There's a word achintya. I can tell you a simple answer. Simple one more analogy. Prabhupada says this. Every day we eat food. And there is one thing called hyposodium thiosulfate, Na2S2O3. That is used nowadays, of course, computers, but earlier it is used as a photographic film developing agent. This chemical, this sodium thiosulfate. Prabhu, our body, the stool is filled with sodium thiosulfate, but you don't know. We don't do any extra action to do that. But who is generating it? And if you analyze our body, this whole thing. Even if you take a feather, it will fall down. But there's a cloud on the top. Actually, and my Guru Maharaj, Radhanaswami explains this analogy. I really loved it. This cloud is floating in the sky. This one cloud can flood the entire Michigan, actually. But it is floating. And nobody can make a hole. Flights will be going through. But when it wants to liquefy and it starts raining, and the flights will be going through. And what is the technology? Simple technology. Dust and water vapor. Wow, what a technology. Huh? Best by the combination of dust and water vapor, cloud is formed. No one can make a hole out of it. So achintya. Achintya. I can speak more, but any other question? Neel Madhav Prabhu. Yes.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, please accept my humble obeisances and all goes to Srila Prabhupada and Gurudev. Prabhuji, I have two questions actually. One is that Prabhuji, we are doing sadhana and all devotional service, trying to get rid of anger and all these impurities, right? Anger, greed. Is it true, Prabhuji, that because of our many births and because of our all this conditioned life in previous birth, sometimes it takes many births more and do more devotional service to get rid of all these impurities, or we can do in this lifetime in one shot all these purities?
Prabhupada said, thank you for this question. Prabhupada said, Prabhupada said, give one lifetime to Krishna. I'll take you back to Godhead. If you don't have qualification, Prabhupada said, I'll take you through the back door. He said that. Have faith in Prabhupada words and continue sadhana, and definitely one lifetime is enough. Prabhupada says, surrender to Krishna 1 minute is enough. So one should not actually, I am every Saturday morning 9:30 we have Zoom call for Manaseksha by Raghunath Das Goswami. We just started last week. We encourage everyone to come. It's amazing. I loved it. If you want, you can come. Hello. Saturday 9:30. So 9:30 morning, 9:30 a.m. So my point is, have faith in Srila Prabhupada. This promise was not given by any of the acharyas. Srila Prabhupada gave. Have faith in Srila Prabhupada and continue sadhana. Sincere, be sincere. Your sincerity is known to you only. Of course, Paramatma knows. Be sincere. Krishna said one lifetime. Any other question?
Yeah, second question I have, Prabhuji. Thank you for the first question. Second question I have, Prabhuji, I like you to answer that question, which is not very clear to me. I heard, but I forgot that somebody asked Srila Prabhupada, if Krishna is God, supreme of the supreme, then he can build something which nobody can lift. And if he can build something, nobody can live. So then how he is God that he cannot lift that? Something like that, Prabhuji, I forget.
I can tell you. Actually, one reporter asked Srila Prabhupada, Swamiji, can God create a rock that he cannot lift? And Prabhupada said, yes, he can create a rock that he cannot lift. Then Krishna will lift it. Because what is impossible to God? So, he wants to do something is impossible to him. And what he'll create it. But he has the ability to do it. That's why he lifts. That's how Prabhupada answered. Okay. Any other question? We'll give to the new people. And, okay. Perumal Prabhu. Manmohan Prabhu, yes, please. Manmohan Prabhu. Can you unmute? Yes.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, thank you for the nice class. Prabhuji, one question. Material world is a pervaded reflection of the spiritual world. Now, spiritual world does anger, lust exist, because the going to the spiritual world, we have to be free from the lust and anger and all the anarthas. And that bewilders me. Can you please explain, Prabhu?
No, first of all, you said spiritual world has lust. What is that you said?
No, the material world is a perverted reflection of the spiritual world, right? So whatever is there in the material world is there in the spiritual world. So lust, anger, all these anarthas exist there.
Okay, nice question though. Thank you. Actually, what happens? So Prabhupada says this: there is a theft in the material world, but because it is there in this, all these qualities are there in the spiritual world. It's only perverted reflection. So, but there it happens for the pleasure of Krishna. So Krishna, even though he has 900,000 cows and unlimited yogurt, butter, and milk, Krishna will steal for the pleasure of devotees. So that will bring that will bring unlimited joy to Krishna and his devotees. Because material world has three modes, and we all have envy and greed. What is so happy there? It brings here pain and sorrow. So because Krishna, they all exist in pure state. You can give any names you want. But these are exhibited for the pleasure of devotees. Yes, anger is there. Radharani becomes angry. When Radharani becomes angry, Krishna is very pleased. So Prabhupada says, for example, spiritual world is devoid of love, lust. For example, that's why I said, right, unless you are free from lust, you cannot go there. So, so it's only love. But Prabhupada says, Krishna is unlimited, so he's unlimited love. So he's a supreme enjoyer. But Krishna is also supreme renunciate. All the contradictions, the contradictions, they're true in Krishna actually. So anything happens, it brings out the pleasure in Krishna and his devotees. So you understand?
Yes, very nice, bro. Thank you so much, bro.
Krishna. Any other question? I think everybody's done. I think Ajay Bro, your hand is still. Can you lower the hand? And lower the hand. Neil Madhupra, I think everyone is done. Thank you very much. Very grateful. And if I have spoken anything wrong, please do excuse me. But excuse me. Please excuse me as your humble servant. Very grateful. Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, I have just put on the chat a link for
Hare
the
Krishna,
tomorrow's
Prabhuji.
class. If anybody would like to join, they can join.
Okay.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, can you hear me?
Tell me.
Prabhuji, I have just put a chat. In the chat, I put the link for tomorrow's Manasiksha class. If anybody would like to join, they can use that.
Harichakra Prabhu has put the class for tomorrow, Manasiksha 9:30, by Raghunath Das Goswami, how to train the mind. And you can, those of you interested, you can join. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Dandavata Pranam. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Dandavat Pranam, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Dandavat Pranam.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Dandavat Pranam.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji. Dandavat Pranam.